We, as the Interior Ministry, is concerned with the spate of deaths and injuries that have affected our teachers in northern Kenya, especially during the last 10 years. And that 10-year program period is the period in which we've had a major security threat emanating from the Alshabaab militants. As you are aware, from 2011 is when we started having this Alshabaab threat. And from that time, we have had a number of attacks involving civilians, and part of that civilian population that have been attacked are teachers. And I agree with you, it has had serious implications on our education, the education of our children in that part of our country. Honorable Chair, so that I remain true to what I was asked to do before this committee, I can confirm that over the last 10 years, we have had a number of deaths and injuries of teachers, mainly arising out of Al-Shabaab attacks in northern Kenya. On February 2011, one teacher was killed at a place called Gerile Police Post in Wajir South Sub-County. And this death was by a suspected Al-Shabaab attack. 4th December 2012, another teacher was killed at Shafi Primary School. This one was found murdered with 2 gunshot wounds on his chest. And again, this death was by suspected Al-Shabaab militants. On 1st July 2012, a teacher from a school called Umur in Garissa was injured on the leg when the AIC church in Garissa town was attacked. Among the injured was a teacher from the school which I've indicated. Another attack, Honorable Chair, took place in 2013 where a BOM teacher at Damajale Primary School in Dadaab Sub-County of Garissa County was killed inside a police camp. And Honorable Chair and members, you realize that most of these deaths have actually appeared within or around police establishment, and I'll explain why. On 14th December 2014, we lost 18 teachers. 17 of them were working in some private schools. One of them was a TSC teacher. And these 18 teachers lost their lives when a bus they were traveling in from Mandera to Nairobi was involved in a terror attack at a place called Arabia in Mandera County. In 2015, a teacher from Galmagala Primary School in Fafi Sub-County was injured in the leg, again through an attack by Al-Shabaab militia. On 1st July 2016, a Kenyan of Islamic faith known as Salah Sabdo Farah was killed while trying to protect non-local teachers inside a bus from being killed by Alshabaab. And those who remember that incident will know that the then president awarded Mr. Salah Sabdo Farah, the head of state, commendation posthumously because he was killed while he was trying to plead with the militants not to attack the non-local teachers who are traveling home for holidays from Northeastern. On 6 October 2016, an ECD teacher working in Mandera North sustained gunshot wounds when a vehicle she was traveling in was ambushed and sprayed with bullets at a place called Erisuki in Mandera Central Sub-County. She was among 7 people who lost their lives in that attack. In 2017, a teacher from Fafi Primary School in Fafi Sub-County, Garissa County, was killed by suspected Al-Shabaab militia. In 2018, 2 male teachers were fatally shot in Arabia Boys Secondary School, at the staff quarters within the school, and later their bodies were burnt beyond recognition. 2 other non-local teachers who were residing within the school escaped unhurt. On 16 February 2018, 2 BOG teachers of Karsa Primary School were shot dead at Karsa Primary School in Wajir East Sub-County. On 16 February 2018, 3 non-local teachers were ambushed in their houses and shot dead at Korof Harar Sub-County in Wajir County. In 2020, 3 teachers from Kamude Primary School, Garissa County, were killed by Al-Shabaab militia. On 24th April 2020, a teacher at Karasa Primary School again sustained multiple gunshot wounds on the ankle, on the right leg, and the heel of the left leg while traveling in a bus along Korof Harar Road, Karsa Road. 15th December 2020, a teacher at Karsa Primary School again encountered suspected Al-Shabaab militants between Konton and Tarbaj in Wajir County and was injured on the right ear. In 2021, a male local teacher who was reporting to his station after recruitment by TSC lost his life after the vehicle he was traveling in was attacked by suspected Al-Shabaab militants. 31st January 2022, the head teacher of Warankara Primary School was killed in an improvised device, IED, attack between Arabia and Mandera town. On 21st June 2023, a teacher at Aresa Girls Secondary School survived an IED attack between Wargagut, this is last month, Chair, 2 months ago, in June 21st, this year. A teacher at Aresa Girls Secondary School survived an IED attack between Wargagut and Elele and sustained serious injuries. Then, about 3 weeks ago, on 14th, 2023, finally, a teacher was killed in Wargagut Police Station, Mandera Sub-County, during a night attack by suspected Al-Shabaab militant. What this shows, Honorable Chair and members, is that we've lost quite a number of teachers. The biggest attack, of course, was the 2014 attack where we lost 18 teachers at one go. But every other year since 2011, when the Al-Shabaab group was formed, we have had 1 or 2 to 3 teachers killed, injured every year. And this, of course, has had devastating implications on our education standards and the stability of the teaching professionals in that area. What measures have the government taken to protect teachers who are stationed in arid and semi-arid areas and other parts of the country that are facing security threats? One of the measures we have taken, Honorable Chair, is to engage stakeholders. We had meeting and we have urged the education fraternity to continuously review the security needs and the changing nature of the threats that teachers are facing so that we can be able to serve and respond to those threats. In Mandera County, Chair, I can report that the teachers teaching around Ouagadougou, Tarbe, Muratelo, Kotot, Jibal, and neighboring areas, we have temporarily removed them from those facilities to a more safer area within Elwak town, because it was agreed after consulting with the stakeholders that for the time being, until the current threat is contained, the recent wave of threat is contained, it is not advisable to keep those teachers in isolated places in the schools and other places where they have been staying. So they are all staying in one area, and they are being escorted to their workstation and back until we contain the current wave of threats. And this we do all the time, and not just for that area. Right now, Honorable Chair, we are facing a number of threats in northern Kenya. As you are aware, as late as yesterday, we've had an attack at the upper coast in the Lamu area, at the intersection of Lamu and Tana River. And in our assessment, we have intelligence that the presence of terror elements has increased in that region in the last few months for reasons that are beyond Kenya, because there are reasons which are external, emanating from activities in Somalia at the moment.